Hey everybody, this is Andrew McCauley, and I am here with Will Hanke. G'day, Will.
Hello, how are you today?
I am awesome. We are doing our little what is happening online. What's the online news that's going on every Tuesday and every Friday? We're going to jump on board and we're going to say, hey, this is what's been happening in the last few days in the world of online marketing, social media, all that sort of fun stuff. We've got some quirky things coming up today, Will.
Just a quick half-hour show or so. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. So, it should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Jump in, tell your friends about it. And as I said, we're going to open up the seats as well. We're going to have people join us. If you've got a news item that has caught your attention, whether it's a little crazy or whether it's just something you want to bring up, then we'll let you jump in and have a discussion about that particular news item as well. So
it should be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's pretty laid back, and as Will said, we'll go for about half an hour, and that's about it. And if we've got no other news to talk about, then we'll wrap it up early. But the way this social media landscape changes, I don't think we'll ever run out of new items
right
on a weekly basis, Will.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dig in with my first little topic, and we'll have a bit of a chat around that too. So Facebook have just come out. Facebook, imagine that being in the news. Facebook had just come out in the last few days. Mark Zuckerberg has, and he said, hey, I'm finally going to capitulate. I'm going to offer a dislike button for people. Now, we've been talking about, people have been asking for a dislike button for 6 years at least. He said, yep, we're gonna launch it in some sort of fashion coming up very soon. So what are your thoughts on the dislike button there, Will? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think some people are going to abuse it, and dislike the wrong kind of things. I think there was a lot of chatter online about people wanting an empathy button instead of a dislike button.
Right.
I'm going to dislike everything that my enemy says, of course, but, I don't know. It'll be kind of cool to see how it works out and quite honestly, how long it stays on Facebook.
Yeah, as you said, the empathy button. So, let's say, my cat died or something, and you don't want to like that sort of post. You want to be able to say, hey, I don't like that that's happened to you. And that's where I think a lot of people are saying, hey, we want a dislike button. But, as we know, there'll be a bit more negative connotations around that sort of thing. This person changed their profile picture, dislike. I mean, Not going to be nice for some people, right? So
I don't know anybody who'd do that well other than me.
I can see the reason why Facebook have said they don't really want to do it, because they're trying to make it. I think they're trying to make it Disneyland, super happy place. They don't want any negativity on Facebook, although it's full of it if you look for it. But they don't want any negativity on there. They don't want to fuel the fire, so to speak, by offering that dislike button, because it'll get taken out of context. And we're emotional beings, and I think we're going to be. I think a few people might get upset when you cop a few dislike buttons.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how long it'll stay around. It'd be interesting to see if they're able to, keep it up for a long time, or maybe add some other buttons, empathy button or something. But then it starts getting a little bit crazy with all the different buttons.
Yeah, really. All right, I'm going to check a little curveball at you. You're the SEO king. You know what's going on. How do you think they will? How do you think they will use this as far as social signals go? I mean, acting on a dislike button is an action, right? You've stirred emotion. You've got somebody do something on your post. Do you think they'll take that into account as far as showing that post had a lot more interaction than other posts that sat there and did nothing? What do you think about that?
And even beyond that, if a brand is getting a lot of dislikes or something, I can see that, that might affect their advertising, or the amount of people that they show that to.
Right.
So that'll be interesting. Then it comes into, what happens when your competitors are hitting the dislike button on all your stuff. It's almost like the Google AdWords, where in the past, you could pay somebody to go click your competitor's ad, in India.
Do you reckon they'll let that? Do you reckon they'll? Do you think they'll let the dislike button appear on ads? Maybe.
I don't know. That'll be interesting.
We're not going to show it on ads because, hey, if the competitor has a has the ability for people to start disliking it, they're not going to advertise. They're going to say, "Oh, we don't want the negativity. We'll pull back."
Yeah, yeah, that'd be interesting. I doubt they'll do it on the ads on the first rollout. It's probably just going to be on personal profiles, I would think.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get to the brands at some point, but I think it would be a fun experiment, if nothing else. You know.
Yeah, I think they'll have to monitor it pretty closely
until
they get their first suicide from dislike button.
Right. Right. You know, that'll happen.
I shouldn't laugh about that, but you know, there'll be people that will take offense to it, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a shame.
Anyway, so there you go. Watch for the dislike button coming to a Facebook profile.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they said they were rolling that out. Do you know?
No, I don't actually. I was trying to find out, but I think he said it's coming, and I don't think they wanted to commit themselves to a date. What they'll probably do is they'll run it in New Zealand. I think they seem to run a lot of tests in New Zealand just for a small market where they can put an entire country with not a big population and test it and see what sort of responses they get.
Right.
And, they'll monitor it pretty closely and see what happens from there, I guess. And then if it doesn't work too well, they'll probably come back and say, no, we're not rolling it out anymore. Or they'll say, yep, we're going to roll it out and see how we go.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun to see what happens.
Yeah, so that's Facebook dislike button. All right, the next thing in the news, I'm going to change the topic here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Snapchat.
That didn't work too well. I better rewrite that again. Why didn't I do that properly? Let me try that again.
Or is it just /T?
Yeah, I did it. I did it wrong. I did topic /. Don't mind me.
We're going to talk about the Snapchat has a couple new features. My favorite, of course, which is the new rainbow tongue that you can add to your picture now.
I've been seeing a whole bunch of memes around the rainbow tongue lately.
Right. And then Doritos came out with the rainbow Doritos. So those two are probably in cahoots somehow together, you know.
So what's the purpose of the rainbow tongue?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy. I guess just so you can have a rainbow tongue on your picture, you know.
Okay.
I need to ask my daughter when she comes back from college. So, what is the purpose of that? Because she's a big Snapchat user. So
now you use Snapchat a fair bit.
Yeah, I use it from time to time with my 3 friends. You know, my wife and my kids. That's about it. It's kind of fun. Now they just came out with a new thing where you can actually pay for replays. So typically on a Snapchat, you get a video or a picture from somebody, and you can't, you watch it once and it's gone. But now they've come out where you can actually pay to watch replays of it. I have no idea what kind of pricing model it is. I'm sure it's just going to be a couple cents each, and which is interesting because that means they're going to have to tie in your credit card somehow. And does that mean that you're going to end up having a profile page on Snapchat? You know, a lot of different things coming from them just adding that feature. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, right. Now, so what do you think? Who are they paying? They're paying Snapchat, or they're paying, who gets the money?
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume Snapchat gets it, and maybe they get it through, like the Google Play or the iTunes. Maybe it links to those systems, and that's how you do it. I'm not sure.
So, I mean, the beauty about Snapchat was that it didn't exist after it happened.
Right.
Right. So, is that just showing that they've always had the ability to record stuff anyway and keep a file of it?
Right.
And now they're just saying, well, all right. Yep, we do have the file that you thought didn't exist of your exploits. Now you want it, you're going to pay for it. Otherwise, we're going to show everyone for free.
Yeah. I think that's always been the case. I know right after it came out, there were apps that came out that said, how you can actually screen capture those things and stuff.
Yeah,
so
right. I
think now they just finally said, yeah, you're right, we can do that. So now we might as well make some money off of it.
Interesting. Yeah, wow. Okay, what else is happening on Snapchat?
They also came out with something where you can start doing screenshots of Snapchat, which is kind of along the same lines. You can actually take screenshots of different things as they're happening, which is the same thing. You can save it. I'm assuming you can save it to your photo.
Is it a video screenshot recording, or is it just a snap, like a photo?
You know what? I don't know the difference. All I know is that they're letting you do screenshots now. So it'd be interesting to see if that's on videos, because you can Snapchat videos. Typically, they're pretty short, like Vines and stuff. But still kind of interesting to see that they're once again admitting that yes, you always could do this. We're just gonna let you do it now,
right.
under the guise of not using some third-party app to do it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting. What about anything else on Snapchat there?
No, that's pretty much the newest things. The rainbow tongue, of course, is the best of the three.
So what are some of the memes you've seen pop up? I saw the Doritos doing their thing, but there's a few smart Photoshop people running around with rainbow tongues doing stuff.
Yeah.
What are some of those ones you've seen?
I haven't seen too many of them. I'd be interested in. You said you had seen a couple of them.
Yeah. I'll send some through. I'll stick some on a link if I can find them before the show's out. I probably won't, but I'll see if I can find some for you. Yeah.
I can imagine with the whole Doritos thing that it's, I'm sure there's a whole community of people that are upset by the rainbow thing as well. So, you got both sides of that whole marketing thing going too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So that's it for Snapchat. Now on to the important news of the day.
All right, I've just changed the headline. Here we go.
Oh, did you? Selfie Spoons. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch is coming out with a selfie spoon now, and it's free, which is pretty cool. So get yourself some cereal, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, grab yourself a selfie spoon, and take some pictures of yourself. So
it's free. You can order it for free, right?
It's free. So I actually thought, what, my daughter will like this. She'll goof around with it and stuff. So I went to the site to grab her one of them, and they're sold out.
Are you kidding me? All four of them? All four of them
probably part of the whole marketing thing. They made a couple hundred of them, and that's good enough to get the word out there and the PR. And who knows if they'll ever come back in stock, but it's definitely worked.
A selfie spoon. So I was been thinking about this. A selfie spoon. Now, that's, from what I can remember, that is the first targeted specific action for a selfie stick. Like usually it's just a stick and that's it, and you can do whatever you want with a stick.
Right.
But it's the first time I've seen a combined utensil with a selfie stick. So I started thinking about what other things could you do with a selfie stick? Right?
Yeah. What else can you do?
Well, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking you could get really excited and attach a paintbrush to a selfie stick.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can watch.
You mean for painting walls?
Because sometimes that's better than watching or listening to other people on certain shows.
Yeah, you just want to watch paint dry. Huh?
Paint dry, yeah. Just want to watch paint dry.
That's a good one. I like that.
I thought that I could stick it to a beer cooler as I'm drinking beer, and you just watch me drink beer all day.
Nice.
That's good.
There's a kid in Korea. There's a kid in Korea who gets who makes money. He puts like a little selfie thing and videotapes himself eating his lunch, and he's making all kinds of money. So
I shake my head. Toothbrush. What about toothbrush selfie cam? That'd be. Hey, that's an idea for dentists, actually.
Yeah, it might shake a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, well,
it's very difficult to watch.
I don't like toothbrush.
Yeah. But then you could see, you could get your dentist on there, and he could do the little hearts, like on Periscope. All the little hearts could be popping out. Oh, good, you're brushing for the full 3 minutes.
Yeah, totally.
I like that. That's good.
What else could you use? What else could you use? What else could you combine a selfie stick with?
Oh, geez. How about a duster? When you're dusting the corners of the house, the cobwebs, all that, people can watch you, see how many spiders you got in your house. And
it's bringing a new market to the how-to market, really. How do you dust it? How do you dust a spiderweb? Wow, there you go.
Yeah. The interesting thing about the selfie spoon is anybody who does get one, they're kind of obligated to take a snapshot of them eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Psychologically, if that's where you're getting it from, that's probably what you need to do. So it's interesting. Unfortunately, it was sold out, but it would be interesting to see if it came with instructions on how to make sure that you do this and upload your picture or something. I'm sure the marketing team was smart enough to think that through. But
well, it's getting some traction. So
yeah,
I guess you go to China, you get a selfie stick made for what, $1, a couple of dollars,
right?
You buy 1,000 of them, stick them out there. It's not a bad little marketing ploy at all.
Oh yeah, stick a spoon on the end of it.
Totally.
Stick a paintbrush on the end of it.
Yeah,
that's
great.
So what other actions could you do? I don't know. The keyboard selfie stick.
GoPro's sort of cornered the market by, making yourself a selfie stick by chucking your GoPro on your helmets and everywhere else you go. So, it's interesting little PR stunt. I'd like to see how that goes and how the sales of Cinnamon Crunch go.
Yeah. So do you do selfies for yourself?
You know what? I have got a selfie stick. I've never used it.
Oh, okay. I don't have one.
Oh, I was trying to get myself a stick. I was going to tape a paintbrush just to show you what I did. But I don't use, I've got a long arm.
Yeah.
That's my selfie stick. It's easy. I can actually do other things with my arm. Selfie stick doesn't have many options to do things with except take selfies. And I really don't take many selfies at all.
Yeah. Now I know there's a little bit of a stigma out there about selfie sticks too, where some places are banning them.
Disneyland, I think, banned them.
Yeah. Don't bring them in. Don't try to do it. And
yeah.
So does that go for the selfie spoons as well?
Well, there'll be a time when you go to a restaurant and they'll be like, "Would you like chopsticks? Would you like knife and fork or selfie spoons?"
Yeah. That'd be great for the millennials. They'll be right on that.
Selfie chopsticks in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
That'd be a heavy weight to try and.
Yeah. Well, technology nowadays, I'm sure those cameras can get pretty small.
Yeah. Interesting.
They'll just have to be fairly long chopsticks.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, yeah. Yep. It's a whole new market, whole new world.
Yeah. What do you know?
Anyway, before we wrap up, because I know I'll just see if anyone else wanted to jump on, but it doesn't look like it. I just want to touch on a couple of things that you may or may not have heard about, but Apple got their App Store hacked just yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, I read about that.
Because we're hearing a bit of downtime. We had downtime for Facebook the other day. We had some downtime for some other big sites. I think Amazon even had their servers down for a little bit too. Some big super safe sites are all getting a little bit of hacking going on. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I noticed that the Apple thing seems to be mostly Chinese-related apps,
right?
That they've identified so far. But that doesn't mean when they first came out, they said there was 2 apps that were identified as having malware in it. Then they came out a little bit later and saying it was 39. So,
wow, yeah,
I think that number is probably going to end up growing a little bit over time and going beyond just the China market. So, so this will be fun as we do our show because you're an iPhone guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, see, I'm Android. So this is the point where I can make fun of you for having
the first time ever. For the first time.
Nice. Good comeback.
Well, I updated the new iOS 9 the other day, and there's a few good changes on there, and there's a few interesting things that have happened. So I'm still trying to play around with that. So I haven't seen the full update, but I think, combined with the iOS 9, where everyone's trying to update their apps, and these guys slotting in some dodgy little apps and dodgy little code in there.
Yeah.
From what I heard, they conned a lot of the app developers to using this specific software to update their apps. I think it's Chinese mob, and they were able to secretly install malware into this app creation software. So it wasn't the app developers themselves who were putting dodgy stuff into the code. It was the platform they were using, which snuck it in the back way. So they're getting pretty smart about it, and so it snuck in, and Apple pretty much quickly got onto it.
They also did come out and say that there was no personal data share. I mean, maybe that's something that they just blanket say because they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be interesting to see over time if that's really true.
Yeah. So Anyway, it's interesting to see. I just thought, normally I wouldn't probably talk about that because not many people are interested in it. Well, a few people are, but with Facebook going down the other day for a few, I don't know how long it was. Was it minutes or half hour or something?
It wasn't too long.
No,
but in the Facebook world, it might have been a long time for some people. Yeah.
Some people would have freaked out completely, and other people didn't even. Well, whatever.
Right.
But just that's pretty rare that Facebook ever goes down.
Right.
And then, as I said, I think Amazon went down too for a little bit. So that was just interesting that it's all these big ones are all happening around the same time. So
yeah. Kind of interesting to see. Even the big guys, aren't bulletproof. So
yeah, definitely. Anyway, well, I think that's almost a wrap. We had a good little conversation about a couple of things. What do we speak? We spoke about the Facebook dislike button that's about to roll out coming up. We spoke about Snapchat changes and Technicolor yawns or whatever they're called. Rainbow tongues.
That's about right. Yeah, it sounds good.
You wait. I'm sure there'll be pictures of Donald Trump around with rainbow tongues and that sort of stuff coming up soon, if we haven't seen them already. And we spoke about the selfie spoon.
Right. Yeah. That was exciting. That was probably the best part of the show right there.
Oh, crazy. No, if you missed it, you missed it. Really.
That's right.
I expect to see you keep trying to order that selfie spoon from Cinnamon Crunch, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I will.
And, I want you to bring it on the show.
All right.
And you get to bring it on and say, "Here's my trophy."
Yeah, if I can get one ordered, I'll definitely bring it on.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
We'll have to do some voting on what I'm going to be eating, whether it's soup or.
There we go. We can get the audience to say. Yep, check that out. We want him to eat this.
Yeah.
Demonstration on the blab.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that doesn't go terribly wrong.
Yeah, we'll make sure we record it at the same time. All right. So somebody just joined us. Thanks for joining us. We're about to wrap up. But you can get the replay. We're here every Tuesday and Friday, 10:30 Pacific, and what time is that? 1:30 Eastern for people and 12:30 for. Where are you, Central?
Yeah, I'm Central.
So Fridays and Tuesdays, we're going to bring you the latest online news, the online world, social media, whatever's happening. We'll find some quirky things. We'll find some funny things, and that's what we're going to be doing. So welcome aboard. Come and join us. Let the people know. Tell a little bird. And we'd love to see you here. We're going to be back here on Friday with some other crazy things that are happening that haven't happened yet, but we'll find out when they are and when they do, and we'll bring them to you on Friday.
Yeah, maybe we'll have something bigger than the selfie spoon by Friday. Who knows?
I don't know what can be bigger than a selfie spoon.
We'll find out.
Who knows?
Right. Take care, everybody.